Hello everyone and welcome. Today is lesson 109 with the workbook A Course in Miracles. My name's Janet Melody and today's lesson is a really peaceful one. It is the mantra for our mind today is I rest in God, or you could say I rest in love, and just imagine yourself, enveloped by that beautiful energy of love and just to feel completely at peace today. That is our message, our vibe, our place to be, our focus, our attention is for this theme today. So let's read what is asked of us. We ask for rest today and quietness unshaken by the world's appearances. We ask for peace and stillness in the midst of all the turmoil born of clashing dreams. We ask for safety and for happiness, although we seem to look on danger and on sorrow. And we have the thought that will answer our asking with what we request. I rest in God. This thought will bring to you the rest and quiet peace and stillness, and the safety and the happiness you seek. I rest in God. This thought has power to wake the sleeping truth in you, whose vision sees beyond appearances to the same truth in everyone and everything there is. Here is the end of suffering for all the world, and everyone who ever came and yet will come to linger for a while. Here is the thought in which the son or daughter of God is born again to recognize herself. I rest in God, completely undismayed. This thought will carry you through storms and strife, past misery and pain, past loss and death, and onward to the certainty of God. There is no suffering it cannot heal. There is no problem that it cannot solve, and no appearance but will turn to truth before the eyes of you who rest in God. And that is lovely just to hear, isn't it, to an ego mind. Well, to the true self, I guess. The ego mind doesn't want the rest. It kind of wants to carry on the suffering. But unbeknownst to itself, I don't really feel that the ego is out to get us. It's lost, I see. It's almost like a lost ego that's kind of trying to weave itself through the wilderness instead of following the light, that is like, this is the light path, this is the guidance. It's trying to make its own way, it's trying to control its own path. And by resting in God and resting in love, we rest in that truth that will guide us. We have certainty then, because we have so much uncertainty with an ego mind. We don't know what's coming, we don't know where we're going, we need to know, we have to have the control. Whereas with a mind with God, the mind with peace, joy, love, happiness, will guide you, and you'll have the faith, the trust, and the wherewithal on where to go in your life. So this is where we want to be, and to see that in others as well. That's the other thing it was saying here, that we are always seeing somebody outside of us as separate from us. If we can start seeing those people as ourselves, almost a reflection of ourselves in different ways, an aspect of us, that it's like we're looking through a world that's been smashed into pieces. And to put it all back together, you're going to see clarity and one big wholeness. And all these little people are like particles of pieces of glass, but they all represent the one whole, like, globe that is us. And when we get to that, we can see clearly, and we can see those little elements of glass for what they are. They are a piece of us. So people are that, and it's almost like, to be in peace in this world, I feel it's almost like we've got to shut off the thoughts altogether, the talking, and just be in a very peaceful bliss state and go about and do our activities. It's almost like language and words and all of these things have caused so much not understanding at all. It's sort of a misunderstanding a lot of the time. People want to be heard. I want to be heard. You're not listening to me. You don't understand what I mean. Because words can never really describe somebody else's world that they're seeing, until they can get really into their internal world, into the world of the oneness, then we can feel each other, we can see each other for who we really are, and we can have that blissful connection with everyone. But while we stay as a fragmented self with a mind full of thoughts and meanings, it's always going to keep us in a very unrestful place, in a place of suffering, and it just continues. So let us continue. This is the day of peace. You rest in God, and while the world is torn by winds of hate, your rest remains completely undisturbed. Yours is the rest of truth. Appearances cannot intrude on you. You call to all to join you in your rest, and they will hear and come to you because you rest in God. They will not hear another voice than yours because you gave your voice to God, and now you rest in Him and let Him speak through you. In Him you have no cares and no concerns, no burdens, no anxiety, no pain, no fear of future, and no past regrets. In timelessness you rest, while time goes by without its touch upon you, for your rest can never change in any way at all. You rest today, and as you close your eyes, sink into stillness. Let these periods of rest and respite reassure your mind that all its frantic fantasies were but the dreams of fever that has passed away. Let it be still and thankfully accept its healing. No more fearful dreams will come now that you rest in God. Take time today to slip away from dreams and into peace. Each hour that you take your rest today, a tired mind is suddenly made glad. A bird with broken wings begins to sing. A stream long dry begins to flow again. The world is born again each time you rest and hourly remembers that you came to bring the peace of God into the world, that it might take its rest along with you. And we are all oneness, and when you see a bird that is singing, it's almost like it's you singing, it's your connection. It's like everything in the world, when you see its glory, that glory is you, it's like when you rest, it's like you're spreading that rest to so many elements around you. It's like, and becoming more whole and one with the surrounding parts. With each 5 minutes that you rest today, the world is nearing waking. And the time when rest will be the only thing there is comes closer to all worn and tired minds, too weary now to go their way alone. And they will hear the bird begin to sing and see the stream begin to flow again, with hope reborn and energy restored to walk with lightened steps along the road that suddenly seems easy as they go. You rest within the peace of God today and call upon your brothers and sisters from your rest to draw them to their rest along with you. You will be faithful to your trust today, forgetting no one, bringing everyone into the boundless circle of your peace, the holy sanctuary where you rest. Open the temple doors and let them come from far across the world and near as well. Your distant brothers and sisters and your closest friends, bid them all enter here and rest with you. You rest within the peace of God today, quiet and unafraid. Each brother and sister comes to take his rest and offers it to you. We rest together here, for thus our rest is made complete, and what we give today we have received already. Time is not the guardian of what we give today. We give to those unborn and those pass by, to every thought of God, and to the mind in which these thoughts were born, and where they rest. And we remind them of their resting place each time we tell ourselves, I rest in God. So that's it. I rest in God or love. Spend 5 minutes in your day just tapping into that restful energy so that it makes you feel calm, but also envelop the world around you as well in that peace. So allowing the people that you see to come into that place of peace. Visualize it in your mind. Our minds are so powerful when we really give them the focus and attention in these positive ways. So focusing on people in your lives that you have grievances with, see them in rest, in peace. You know, your family, bring them in, rest in peace. Your friends, bring them in. Your work colleagues, bring them in. You know, have like almost visualize a big circle of people coming together, the ones that you know within your inner circle coming in, and then, you know, you can feel the rest coming in as you all gather together, like in a big concert, you know, gather together in this joyous knowing that we rest in God, in love, and just feel that peace and energy just come down, calm our minds, get away from that fever, that illness fever of a busy mind, going with its thoughts. Allow it to settle like a snow globe. You know, all the thoughts just falling to the side until you feel that rest. So rest in God and have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here, and we'll be back. We'll be back even tomorrow. I will see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye.